that was good. Just wanted to check to make sure that was good. So yeah, for that, what's good, everybody? We got an afternoon live stream here. I figure I just do a live stream here for Thursday afternoon. I usually do them Thursday, but I usually do them Thursday evening, but I figured that I just do it this afternoon because in a couple hours I'm going to one of my best friend's house, and I figured I'm probably going to spend a few hours over there, so I figure when I come back I'm just going to want to chill and spend time with my Stevie, so spend the night and get time to myself later tonight as well. So I figured that this would be a good time to. I figured this would be a good time to stream. So with that, I'm gonna on this because it gets so fucking goddamn hot on the. It gets so fucking goddamn hot on the third floor. Like literally. And I know I got like fucking 10 drinks over here, which I always tend to do. So we'll probably stream for like I don't know, depending on how long I rant and ramble about, and depending on how long I rant and ramble on in here, because there is a lot. So I have two videos that I would like to respond to today. It's pretty fucking ridiculous, as you would expect. It's pretty fucking crazy, as you would expect. So Sabby Sabs put out a video showing this article, like literally blaming Jimmy Dore for what happened to Nancy Pelosi. I shit you not. Jimmy Dore blamed by pundits for Pelosi attack. So they're literally trying to tie Jimmy Dore, of all people. So they're going to literally tie Jimmy Dore to this whole thing. Comrade, we got a lot of shit to talk about. No, I mean, I call all my homies comrades. I mean, whether communist or not, don't really matter. But police officer new details in Paul Pelosi assault. So I'm good. Welcome to the people that came in. Basically, we got some shit to talk about. Apparently, these pundits are trying to blame Jimmy Dore for the attack on Paul Pelosi. So, I mean, does it really get any more pathetic than this, guys? How, again, is Jimmy Dore to blame for what happened? How? Explain that one to me. Explain to me how Jimmy Dore has anything to fucking do with the attack on Paul Pelosi. Now, just to be clear, okay, I think I put this in my blog, okay? I do not condone any kind of unprovoked violence against any person. Okay, it doesn't matter who. I mean, if you do it, you break into someone's house, you assault someone, you should be prosecuted and go to jail. Okay, 100%. But with that being said, if anyone's going to sit here and think that I have any sympathy for the Pelosis or any of these other fucking criminal groups or any of these elitist Democrats or Republicans or their families or whatever, then you're ridiculous, because I don't give a fuck. And this is basically what Sabby Sabs found. This is what she had to say.
If you have already heard about this incident here with Paul Pelosi, with Nancy Pelosi's husband, I don't know if some of you have heard who's being called to blame. So let's go over what happened with Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul Pelosi, and then we're going to get into, people pointing fingers, they're getting angry, they're looking at people to blame. Then we're going to get into all that. Because one of the people they're trying to point fingers at is Jimmy Dore.
Jimmy Dore. They're blaming Jimmy fucking Dore for the attack on Paul Pelosi.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Isn't that ridiculous?
So San Francisco Police Chief Bill Scott confirmed that the intruder was specifically targeting the House Speaker. Everyone should be disgusted. So the police officer knew details in the Paul Pelosi assault. So just FYI, guys, this is updated information.
Yeah, updated information, all right.
So here we go. Police said Friday evening the attack on Paul Pelosi, the husband of Speaker Nancy Pelosi, was intentional.
What the fuck?
The man accused of entering the Pelosi home and attacking Paul Pelosi with a hammer, specifically targeting the California Democrat. San Francisco Police Chief Bill Scott confirmed on Friday. So this is a little bit
I'm doing good, thank you. Hope you all are doing good as well.
new. I believe when this was originally reported, they thought the target was her husband, but now they have confirmed that she was the original target. There's been a lot of other theories that has come up about this incident. It is really odd to me. It's a little strange. So it goes on to say...
That's what Steve said. Steve said the same thing, that it seems weird that this shit would go down during midterm season.
The man accused of entering the Pelosi home and attacking Paul Pelosi with a hammer specifically targeted the California Democrat. This was consistent with the revelation that the assailant, a 42-year-old Berkeley resident, had asked, "Where is Nancy?" before his assault.
What's up, Scotty?
This was intentional. Don't sign up for this. What did he say? Oh, this was intentional. Adding politician families don't sign up for this. It is wrong and everyone should be disgusted.
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, that is if it even fucking happened. I mean, hey. Hey, Scotty. Nice to see you.
Dave DePop forced his way into the home through a back entrance. The police chief said Friday that officers arrived at the house and entered through the front door, which someone, they didn't specify who, opened from the inside. Let's highlight this here.
But guess who they're blaming? They didn't specify who was inside. But guess who they're trying to fucking tie to this attack, though? They're trying to tie Jimmy Dore to this attack. Of all people. I'm trying to skip ahead here to try to see. By the way, this is a great video from Sabby Sabs. Subscribe to her. She's awesome. She's actually from Boston, believe it or not, which I find quite awesome. That one of the members on Revolutionary Blackout Network, RBN, is actually from Boston. So it's like, holy shit. That's actually awesome. But no, if anybody thinks that Jimmy Dore has anything to do with Jimmy Dore, you're fucking ridiculous. What are the video news I'm listening to? Oh, this thing from Sabby Sab showing Jimmy Dore blamed by pundits for Pelosi attack. So they're literally trying to blame Jimmy Dore for what? Because Jimmy Dore lives in California too, or lives in that vicinity? In some way, somehow, they're trying to tie him to it. When in reality town, when it like literally has nothing to fucking do with him. What does he have to do with it? Jimmy Dore has never incited violence once against any person. He has never done that. He is a non-violent person, okay? He's very colorful in his rhetoric, okay? Just like I am. Okay, I am very colorful. I mean, you guys should know how colorful I am with my rhetoric, okay? I think you all should know that. But like, seriously, what the fuck? Okay, let me get to the part where found it right about here at about the 15-minute, 18-second mark. Same post as another pro-Putin propagandic Jimmy Dore video blaming the West for Russia's war on Ukraine by some fucking random dumbass on Twitter. So basically, fucking people on Twitter are trying to blame Jimmy Dore for this whole thing going on with Nancy Pelosi. That's gotta be fucking ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't incite violence. Okay, he doesn't incite violence. Never. He has never incited violence ever. So, this is libel and slander. The people that are trying to tie him to it and acting like he has something to do with this, okay, trying to say that, oh, Jimmy Dore has something to do with this, this is literally libel and slander to say that he has anything to do with this. Anybody who acts like that, why? Like, why the fuck is all of a sudden Jimmy Dore all of a sudden to blame for all the world's problems? Like what the fuck? Where is this coming from? Oh, I'll tell you where it's coming from. It's coming from the fucking shit lib mentality. Okay, that's where it's coming from. It's coming from the fucking shit lib mentality, and it's coming from the fucking nutbag left, which is basically the shit libs. You know, the fucking Young Turks, Sam Cedar left. Okay, that's where it's coming from. It's basically coming from that shit. So, why all of a sudden are they just trying to fucking tie him to this and trying to tie him to everything some way, somehow? Like, what the fuck does he have to do with any of this? Nothing to do with any of this. Exactly. Oh, it's way better than Ben Shapiro. Yeah, check out Jimmy Dore, and also check out Sabby Sabs as well. She's awesome, too. Hi, Queen. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. All right. Does my audio sound good? My audio sound okay? There's no glitching or anything like that? Just to make sure before we continue on. That's good. I'm chilling too. So basically, people on fucking Twitter are trying to tie Jimmy Dore to the attack on Nancy Pelosi. Why? Because he hates Nancy Pelosi? Oh, God forbid, right? Get the fuck out of here. Jimmy Dore is not violent. He's never incited violence. He's never done anything like that. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. So, with that being said, it just goes to show that they're just trying to blame him for everything. They're trying to blame all of these people for everything. They're literally trying to blame everybody who is not on the fucking Ukraine ass-kissing left. They try to blame them for all of the world's problems. You know, they blame Jimmy Dore, they blame Aaron Mate, Max Blumenthal, Danny Haiphong. They try to blame all of us. Me. They try to blame all of us for the fucking shit that goes on. All the stuff about, violence and this and that. Okay? No, I've done nothing but come out and condemn violence, okay? I've condemned violence. I condemn all sorts of non-provoked violence by every single stretch of every imagination. It doesn't matter. If you assault someone, it doesn't matter how much of a shitbag they are. Even if it is Nancy Pelosi, it's not acceptable. And if you do it, you should be prosecuted and you should go to jail. It's not acceptable, okay? It's not acceptable behavior. But with that being said, I have no fucking sympathy for the Pelosi's, the Bushes, the Clintons, the Obamas, or any of these fucking shitbags. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. That's what I always say. I always say that. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. This guy just sound crazy as Joseph McCarthyism, John Bitch. Dude, it's all about fucking McCarthyism, okay? It's all McCarthyism. McCarthyism is the shit you hear from The View and The Talk and the Young Turds. This is what you hear from them. You hear from fucking shitbag MSNBC-er. Sham MSNBC-er. That's what you hear from him. That's what you hear from The Damage Report, The Progressive Voice, Humanist Report. Okay, the whole fucking thing is so goddamn ridiculous. And by the way, Danny Haiphong, which is the next video I'm going to respond to, Danny Haiphong, The Left Lens with Danny Haiphong, I'm also a big fan of, by the way, subscribe to him. He's also in my feed as well, on my feed that I promote on this channel, which, by the way, subscribe to him as well. Kyle Kalinske gets Ukraine wrong. World stands with Russia and China against the West, which, yes, they do, because the vast majority of countries, especially in the global south, they side with Russia and China. Either that or they remain neutral. Because they don't want fucking World War III with Russia and China. They'd rather work with Russia and China and try to work with them on certain things. Okay? That's what they would try to do. That's what they want to do. They don't want to sit there and have a fucking world war, which is what NATO and the West is trying to do and what the US is trying to fucking do. That's what they want. They want World War III with Russia. And somehow, somehow, Kyle Kalinske, Mr. fucking progressive over here, Mr. Progressive over here, right? Mr. Populist over here is trying to sit here and be like, oh, I'm progressive, but at the same time, I'm for giving arms to Ukraine. And Danny Haiphong took the fucking piss out of him and called him out on that bullshit. I think it's around like the 30 I think it's around like the 30-minute mark, I think it happened at. But it's like, what the fuck is going on with these people? Like, seriously, what the fuck is going on with these people? It's literally like Ukraine has destroyed the left's brain. And the people that have moved further to the left, like me, we seem to be the ones that know more about this shit because we actually study about this fucking information. Unlike these shitbags that are these Western leftists or whatever, which they're not even fucking leftists. If you believe in giving fucking money over to Ukraine, you're not a leftist. You're a fucking neoliberal. That's what you are. We should not be fucking funding Ukraine and the fucking neo-Nazis. We should not be expanding NATO. We shouldn't be expanding on any of this shit. NATO provoked Russia into going and conducting their special military operation. Because the U.S. and the West has been expanding, and NATO has been using Ukraine as a fucking pawn to get over to Russia and expand on their borders. And that's 100% what it is, and that's exactly what happened. That is exactly what fucking happened. Whole thing is fucking ridiculous, but these so-called leftists think they know everything. They think that they fucking know everything. They think they know everything about the situation. Yet, they haven't read into any of this. They just fucking parrot what everybody else is saying because they're fucking morons.
Right? Russia didn't support their right to self-determination and independence. It's just because how things have escalated, NATO's provocations, how they've escalated, that Russia has now supported them. And guess what? They happened 6 months.
Yeah.
Let me check my fake watch here. 6 months.
Fake watch.
After
Fake watch. Talk to tick, tick, tick. Check out my fake watch. Check out my fake watch.
For the special military operation. So I don't want to hear about, oh, Russia's going to take over all of Ukraine. How many...
Russia isn't even fucking taking over all of Ukraine. They're not even doing it. They're literally not even doing it. If they wanted to, they would have. Just like if China wanted Taiwan, they would have done it. Oh, that's right, because they're not going to do it because Russia and China are not imperialist. Oh, funny enough, Kyle Kalinske calls Russia imperialist.
How many more NATO provocations are there going to be before...
What a fucking moron.
Russia feels like it has to be in an all-out siege and war on Ukraine. I mean, that's what is happening right now. This is no longer just a special military operation, and the reason for that is NATO. So why not just say...
It's a fucking NATO proxy war, and that's exactly what it is. It's a war for NATO and the military-industrial complex and the imperialists.
We need to stop all the weapons. We need diplomacy, and we need real diplomacy, not one that goes into any kind of talks.
Like, what's wrong with that?
Talking points like the ones that Kyle Kalinske is promoting here. I mean, I think that should be at the top of how we look at this, right? How we actually look at this and what we need to say about diplomacy. I think that's why this...
I agree. We should be working with Russia. We should be. We 100% should be.
Is so problematic, but it only gets worse from here. So let's continue.
Oh, it does.
Very least, certainly the eastern portion of Ukraine. So the real position that I think
Listen to this. Dumb fucks talking.
is the correct position for the lefties to take is peace deal is paramount. That comes first and foremost. That's the most important thing. And then also you can reduce or eliminate the weapons to Ukraine. I told you guys from the very beginning, I was definitely in favor of the first few packages of weapons to Ukraine and support to Ukraine.
You were for the weapons to Ukraine. Okay, well then your entire argument falls apart, dumb fuck. I was for the first few packages. Okay, the reason he's saying this shit is because he's been getting so much shit from people like me on the Jimmy Dore left and the Gray Zone left that Kyle Kalinski's trying to fucking have his yellow cake and eat it too, and trying to roll it back and trying to go back and trying to have his and trying to go back. He's trying to take everything back, and he's saying, yeah, I was for the first few packages, but I'm not for it anymore. Yo, dumb fuck. If you were not for this war and if you're all for diplomacy, then you wouldn't be for giving weapons to Ukraine, continuing the fucking proxy war, you stupid idiot.
The very simple reason that this was an illegal and offensive imperialist invasion by Russia against Ukraine.
Oh my God.
Even if you want to concede, which I won't, I don't believe it was an imperialist invasion. Sure.
It wasn't an imperialist operation. The only ones who are being imperialist here is the Biden administration and NATO and Ukraine. These are the imperialists here. Russia was just defending itself. Russia was just defending itself against the fucking neo-Nazis and the NATO expansion and the NATO expanders on Russia's borders. That's what happened. Not, Russia just decided to wake up one day and just decided to go and take Ukraine. Okay, that's fucking utter bullshit. Okay, that's fucking total bullshit. Russia didn't just decide to wake up one day and decide, oh, we're just going to go over and take Ukraine. No, that isn't what happened. And if you think that, you're ridiculous. And you are with the imperialists and you're with the neocons and the neoliberals, which is what the squad is with.
Or if you look at the UN Charter, it was illegal. But guess what happens to the UN Charter?
The UN Charter has been destroyed by the US and by the West that controls the UN Charter that tells what the UN Charter should have.
When you have a hegemonic imperialist power, the United States and its NATO junior partners, right? When you have that, what happens to the UN Charter? What has happened to it?
It gets destroyed. It gets nullified and voided. Because the U.S. tries to control it all. The U.S. tries to control what the UN tries to do. Blah, 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 blah.
It's been eviscerated. It has been shredded.
It's just like,
up in flames. So the
Kyle Kalinski's entire argument goes up in fucking flames.
very idea, right? Even if we were to concede that this was an illegal invasion, I won't concede the imperialist part because I think
I won't
it's just
either.
a complete misunderstanding of the word. But let's just concede, oh, it's illegal. Well, do you oppose imperialist illegal invasions with more imperialist illegal invasions? Because there's nothing
No, that's a different person.
at all legal about what the United States and NATO have done.
Kyle Kalinski really does sound cringe at this point.
Nothing at all legal. Ukraine is
But Danny Hayfong is the guy who's talking. The left lens with Danny Hayfong. He's awesome.
not a NATO member,
I'm one of his biggest fans.
so it has none of the so-called rights even within them.
Doesn't make any fucking sense. It like literally doesn't make any fucking sense. Like what the fuck is he talking about? He's trying to act like, oh, Russia's imperialist.
Ukraine is not a NATO member, so it has none of
How's Russia imperialist when they're supporting anti-imperialist countries? They're supporting China and Cuba, Venezuela, Iran. Oh yeah, by the way, Iran, which by the way, Kyle Kalinski supports the fucking color revolution in Iran, which is like a CIA Mossad operation. Oh, kind of like those protests in Cuba that we've been seeing, those right-wing backed fucking color revolutions in Cuba and Venezuela. Oh, the head of the protests in Venezuela under the fucking coup-mongering CIA puppet Juan Guaido. And the right-wing back coup-mongers in Nicaragua trying to overthrow Daniel Ortega. We saw this in Nicaragua. We saw this in all these different places. Because this is all CIA-backed operations. And this is a NATO-backed operation. And Kyle fucking Kalinski says this shit. He's no longer an anti-imperialist. Because he's spouting fucking imperialist rhetoric and repeating exactly what the American imperialists have been saying about Russia. Even though Russia is anti-imperialist. Now, like I said, I have my disagreements with Putin. There's been a few things he's done that I think is stupid, like the draft and all that other stuff. You know, there's a bunch of stuff I have disagreements with Putin on. But if anyone's going to act like, oh, Russia's imperialist too, they're trying to play it both sides and whatnot, then no, that's ridiculous.
the so-called rights even within their jurisdiction.
Same here.
No Article 5, no nothing, no nuclear sharing, none of that. And all of that is illegal under the UN Charter because NATO is a defunct and obsolete institution in and of itself. So even if we were to concede that that this was an illegal move by Russia, right? Despite the fact that everything that happened up until that point, which brought Russia to the brink and pushed them into conducting this military operation, even if we were to concede all of that, do you then respond with more imperialism?
Yeah.
Because I don't remember the time.
Because that's exactly what it is. Okay, this is what it is. Where the fucking Kyle Kalinski's trying to act like, oh, Russia's being imperialist. But yet the funny thing is, He's supporting American imperialism by sending more weapons to continue a fucking imperialist proxy war. So Kyle Kalinske can drop his fucking progressive title and his populist title because he is no longer a populist. He's with the American imperialists now.
Right.
And that's great to know. Such a fucking shame what is happening to the left.
When giving weapons.
And yeah, I agree, Scotty. Because what's happening is that you're seeing this. And that people in Russia, innocent Russians, are getting blamed for this bullshit.
To another country. I don't remember a time when the United States had did that where it was liberating or where it actually fought oppression, right? The United States is not one
Yeah, I agree. American Dad is awesome.
to support armed liberation movements or to support national liberation movements or to support anti-imperialist forces anywhere. The United States has done the opposite over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I can't even name all of the instances, but there have been more than 50, 70, 80, 100. We could go on and on.
Oh, let's see. Giving fucking arms to Israel to continue massacring Palestinians. Oh, giving arms to Saudi Arabia to fund the fucking genocide in Yemen. Overthrowing democratically elected governments in South America and the Caribbean as early as 2021. Igniting protests in Iran. Conducting military operations on the fucking South Korean border of North Korea to provoke them. A proxy war with China over Taiwan. Oh, need I go on? Okay, need I go on with this bullshit? As an American, I reject this in the strongest possible terms because the American imperialists, don't speak for me.
Just in the last century alone, of the United States meddling in other countries, providing arms to certain groups, certain factions. In Indonesia, right, in the 1960s, what did the United States do? It armed a fascistic proxy war that massacred 1 million communists. 1 million. So I don't want to hear that you supported the first, I mean, that just delegitimizes your whole point. I supported the first packages of arms. So you supported the tens of billions of dollars that was going into private military contractors?
I was talking to Steve about this earlier, and Steve's like, yeah, no, this motherfucker's no longer a populist. The dude is for expanding more war with Russia. He's a joke.
To so-called defend Ukraine?
Yeah, defend Ukraine, even though they've been the ones provoking Russia this whole time.
NATO wasn't defending Ukraine. NATO was using Ukraine as a pawn to get to Russia. To
Exactly.
weaken Russia. We already have evidence of that. Lloyd Austin's already said as much.
The evidence is in front of everybody's faces. Okay, if anybody who doesn't know this is a fucking moron and they're not paying attention, they're just brainwashed by what the fucking boob tube is telling you.
Joe Biden has already said as much. Joe Biden has said we can't have Vladimir Putin.
It's official. Joe Biden is a bigger warmonger than Trump now. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. And again, I despise Trump. I don't like Trump. I have many problems with him. Y'all know that. But let me tell you, Biden on foreign policy is officially worse than Trump is now. That's the state of affairs. And prices are fucking higher now under Biden than they were under Trump. I'm sorry, but that's a fact. That's a fact. Gas prices were lower. The cost of food was lower. Even the cost of rent was lower in a lot of different places. Okay? So people can say what they want about Trump, like you all know my problems with him I got, but I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to deny this, and Steve will agree with me, that everything was cheaper under Trump. I will acknowledge that.
Yes.
I will acknowledge that.
In power. They've already said that.
I cannot believe I'm actually saying this. Okay, but let's not forget, okay? Trump is a complete fucking narcissist, and he's an idiot. Okay, he talks like a fucking blithering idiot. If he kept his goddamn mouth shut half the time and wasn't so divisive and stopped tweeting and blah, blah, fucking blah, he wouldn't have been so bad. But Biden is worse. On policy, he's worse. And that is a fact. And if anybody doesn't, then the Trump derangement syndrome has got to them. Sam Harris.
This has been a conversation for 3 decades. NATO expansion. You had William Burns, he's the head of the CIA now. He used to be the ambassador to Russia. He said, this is a bad idea, guys. We shouldn't be encroaching on Russia's border.
Yeah, I agree. Dude, you can have your own opinion about Putin, but Kyle is an idiot. And yeah, you shouldn't feel bad for voting independent. Dude, I am strictly third party. I am strictly pro-third party. I'm for the Green Party. I'm even more with the Libertarian Party, okay? Even though I'm a revolutionary socialist and obviously further to the left than the Democrats or any of these people, okay? But I'll tell you right now, I'm pro-third party. And like I said, moderate Republicans that you see from the Northeast, like Charlie Baker here in Massachusetts, Chris Sununu in New Hampshire, Phil Scott in Vermont, or Larry Hogan in Maryland, those are the people that I majority stand with. You know why? Because the Democrats, by and large, suck, including the Squad, and they are complicit with the NATO proxy war.
We shouldn't be considering NATO expansion. And what did they do? What did the U.S. do?
He's 100% right.
It expanded NATO. The exact thing that William Burns was saying happened.
Was talking to Scotty, but yeah.
So you supported that? Because if you support arms to Ukraine, then you support that. And that's not even to get into the...
He supports igniting war.
The NAZIs, the fascists, the far-right nationalists that receive these arms.
Right, because don't you fucking love it? Don't you love it when they act like, oh, we're so against fascism and everything, blah, 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 we're so against those fascist-monger Republicans. But meanwhile, let's go fund fucking neo-Nazis in Ukraine. Oh, yeah, that makes total fucking sense. Now get the fuck out of here.
The CIA getting their hand on them. A lot of them going to the black market.
The CIA and Mossad.
A lot of them aren't even going to be built in many years.
And fucking George Soros. Fuck that other piece of shit.
So you supported that because it defends Ukraine. It makes it absolutely...
Because I'm fine with Ukraine.
just shows that you were just I don't know if I can call you a victim. You were taken by the propaganda, taken by it, because there's just no justification for it. Continue.
And so they
Okay, I gotta stop doing that. I feel lightheaded.
deserve a right to have a fighting chance to protect their country now.
Protect their country. Oh my god, he's doubling down. The motherfucker's doubling down. He's getting worse. He's getting worse. Mr. fucking pro-imperialist over here is getting worse. What's that, Kyle? I can't hear you. You got fucking Zelensky's dick in your mouth. I can't hear you. What? What? I can't hear you.
Differ, of course, is that doesn't mean a blank check. That doesn't mean, 16 package.
Well, okay, you're 16 packages, but what to do with 3 packages are totally acceptable. Dude, stop trying to fucking play it back. You said what you said. Stop pussyfooting out. Stop pussyfooting out, you dumb fuck. You fucking dumbass little pussy. Can't even take fucking responsibility for the shit that he said.
Or whatever it is, $80 billion later, that, it's now...
We should have given Ukraine $0.00. That's how much money we should have given them. $0.00. We should have given them fucking negative dollars.
Heresy and pro-Putin to say, hey, let's cut the weapons off. No, I disagree with that. But again, I think the most important point to stress is I don't agree with the Tucker Carlson position or the Marjorie Taylor Greene position or the Kevin McCarthy position of just cut off weapons. No, it is peace deal and cut off weapons.
Oh my god, he's so fucking stupid. He's acting like only the fucking right wing is saying this. Hey, by the way, your former friend Jimmy Dore that you destroyed your relationship with because you decided to fucking cuck out to the young turds is saying this. The Gray Zone is saying this. They're all lefties. Mint Press News is saying this. They're lefties. Because Marjorie Taylor Greene says it. Who the fuck cares? Revolutionary Blackout Network says it. Nick and CJ on RBN, they say it. Sappy Sab says it. Sabrina Salvati on Sappy Sab's podcast, she says it. Left Lens with Danny Hayfong says the same thing, and it's called Left Lens for a reason.
The most important part. position of the Congressional Progressive Caucus in the letter that they took back.
Their lesson is their lesson is giving more money to those motherfuckers. You stupid fucking blithering idiot, ignoramus, Kyle Kuklinski. That's what you are.
Was, let's make sure we do negotiation and diplomacy to try to find a way out of this. That's what they were saying.
That's not what the squad is with. That's not what your Justice Democrats are with, Kyle. You dumbass. Therefore, expanding it. Bernie Sanders is all for giving more of it to them.
And by the way, they were super clear in that. They don't fully agree with me, because their position in that letter was like, give Ukraine anything and everything they want in terms of weapons, but also let's talk. No, I think the correct position is honestly to marry the far-right position, the Tucker Carlson position effectively, with the Congressional Progressive Caucus position of negotiation, diplomacy, and let's cut off the weapons to try to de-escalate, avert this, find a way out.
No, we should cut off all the weapons. Cut off all the weapons and all the aid. Let them go fucking fight themselves. They wanted this NATO proxy war with Russia. They wanted this war. Let them go have their little war. And leave the rest of the world out of it. Why should the rest of the world crumble and we have to pay higher energy prices and gas prices all because of Ukraine? Why should we have to suffer because of Ukraine? Why? We shouldn't. Russia's not to blame for this. NATO is. And Kyle can't see this because he's an idiot. And he has fallen off a cliff like these progressives have in the last few years. It's such a joke. It's not even funny at this point. It's pathetic.
And look, it is.
If that was his only position, then we'd be fine here. If that was his only position, that probably should be his only position. If
Probably
you
would have
don't
been fine,
know
yeah.
More about the intricacies and developments that's going on the ground in Russia, going on the ground in the region, in Ukraine, etc. If you don't understand the forces at play, the balance of forces,
Oh my
then perhaps
God.
you should just advocate for diplomacy in the reduction, if not
Yeah, I agree, bro. It really is.
an eradication and abolishment of military aid to Ukraine. That would be perfectly fine. I would have absolutely no problem with that. I think that probably a lot of people in the hardcore Bernie Sanders camp kind of fall in that position.
It's going up because of the fucking sanctions on Russia. They're going up because of the sanctions on Russia. That's the reason. Because of the NATO sanctions on Russia. 100%. That's 100% what it is.
Right? They're not geopolitical animals.
So you can blame the EU and blame fucking Zelensky for it. Because that's exactly what's happening.
Most of them aren't anti-imperialists. Most of them aren't studying world politics. They're getting a lot of their information from the same places that neoliberal Democrats feed them.
And also Kyle Kalinski's getting destroyed in these comments. He's like literally getting destroyed in his comments. So this is the whole video here from Danny Haifong. Is his name pronounced Haifong or Haifong? I think it's Haifong. Danny Haifong from Left Lens. He's really good. He's really good on foreign policy and whatnot. Say what you will about him. He's definitely a communist or a socialist or something like along those lines, a Marxist or something. But whatever. Who cares? Okay. I've got many Marxist fans on this channel. Hey, that's just the way it is. But I can understand where they're coming from. I understand how they feel. I really can. Because it ain't like capitalism is doing this country and the EU any good. We see how it's going. We see how it's working. Oh yeah, we saw what capitalism did to the UK under Liz Truss. Scotty Boy can tell you about that one. Trickled down economics and kind of giving tax cuts to the fucking rich millionaires and billionaires. It's literally, it is literally neocon 2.0.
Right? So, I mean, I'd be okay with it, but it's not. It's always colored and peppered. This is why
definitely.
The Western quote-unquote left, I call them the cruise missile leftists, are so problematic.
I call them the shitbag left. Danny Haifong is being too nice to them. I call them the shitbag left because that's what they are.
In that they will completely sully any good that they say with the very same talking points of
They sully worse than Sully on Monsters Incorporated.
their imperialist masters. That's
Oh, I don't want to destroy one of my favorite childhood movies by thinking about that.
That's what they do. They talk through the mouth. You know, they
We should have Mr. Water News come in here and fucking swing Kyle around and tell him to wake the fuck up.
act as mouthpieces. They talk through the kind of ideological sphere of the very forces that they say that they're opposing. You know, I think Kyle Kalinske would say, and he said in this video, that he's opposed to the neoliberals. He's opposed to a war. He wants to see de-escalation. Then why are you promoting this false narrative that is fueling, this lie that is fueling the war in the first place?
Exactly. He claims to be against war and imperialism, yet he's all for giving money to the neo-fascists in Ukraine. This is what the fucking Young Turds did. I mean, the Young Turks were the ones that did the same shit. Okay, these motherfuckers were on the wrong side of the Syrian issue. Okay, you know, parroting the fucking Syrian chemical hoax and the staged attacks, believing in that shit, but then they try to roll it back, actually like, we're against war, but yet they repeat CIA talking points. So Kyle Kalinske is not anti-war when he's for funding the NATO proxy war and giving weapons to the other side. Just like you cannot say you're anti-war against Syria when you parrot the same talking points on Syria that the neocons and the neoliberals parrot on Syria. You are either against imperialism or not. You cannot have it both ways. The Young Turks tries to have it both ways, and Kyle Kalinske tries to have it both ways. And the other shitbag left, fake-ass leftists, that's what they try to do.
Because it's the constant and incessant new Cold War propaganda that...
And then, you know, this is all like actual Justice Warrior will say that these people are part of the Blame America crowd. I'm not blaming America. I'm blaming the politicians. I'm blaming the politicians. Okay? That's what I'm doing. I'm blaming them. I'm not blaming America. I'm blaming the politicians. That's what I'm doing. But then, no disrespect to Sean. I love Sean. He's a good dude. But, hey, this is what's happening.
It says Russia's imperialist, Russia's bellicose,
Russia's not imperialist.
aggressive, Russia's big and bad. Russia's the worst. Russia's the problem.
Love you.
Russia's escalating nuclear conflict. Russia. It's that which has gotten us here. It's that which has shaped public opinion, which has allowed the military-industrial complex, which has allowed Wall Street, which has allowed their servants in Washington to pursue what could be one of the final chips in a violent and deadly nuclear conflict. I mean that's where this is headed. That's the direction it's going in. Even if it's a lot more complex than saying we're definitely headed there, that is where we are leaning toward. That is where the dice is being rolled in. That's where all of the moves are leading.
Yeah, that's what Steve always does. Every time I'm ranting and rambling, or I'm playing games, or doing my shows, working on my Pogo Island laws, Steve just does his thing in the background like it's nothing. Because Steve knows me. Because Steve knows me. This is why we're a power couple. Exactly.
And it's because...
That's 100% right, Orlando.
There isn't a lot of strength behind this. There isn't where is the strength? Where is the power behind a message that says, well, we should have diplomacy, we should reduce the weapons.
All right, well, you guys get the point of the video. So yeah, this is what Kyle Kalinske fucking does. Like, this is just what he does. He's a cuck, and he's turned into a fucking cuck. He's turned into a neoliberal cuck. That's exactly what he fucking did. That's exactly what he did, and that's what he has been doing for over a year now. That's what he's been doing, okay? Ever since he did what he did with the whole Jimmy Dore versus TYT thing, I lost a shit ton of respect for him. But then, after a while, I was sort of okay with him again, but now I just have no respect for him. I have no respect for the internet left, with the exception of channels like Danny Haifong's channel, RBN, Sabby Sabs, and Gray Zone, and Jimmy Dore, and channels like that. That's all I have respect for. What's up, Gotcha Tales? What's up, everybody else that came in the room? Kyle, Ronald Reagan is dead. There's no need to suck him off. Yeah, exactly. Well, funny enough, he criticized Ronald Reagan, but yet he's parroting fucking neocon and neoliberal talking points. He just fucking talks in circles, and he tries to have it both ways. He literally tries to have it both ways. tries to have his yellow cake and eat it too, loves to talk in fucking circles. That's just what he does. That's just what he does nowadays. That's what all of these people do. This is what the Young Turks do. This is what Kyle Kalinske does. This is what Sam Cedar does. This is what all these fucking shitbags on the fake-ass left, this is what they do. What time is it on my side? It's 2:29 p.m. Love you. Yep, that's what he does, guys. It's 2:29 over here. I usually stream early in the evening. But I'm going to one of my best friend's house later. I saw Howling Wolf 94 yesterday, which is always an amazing time. I'm going to see one of my other best friends later. We're doing good. We're doing good, AR. We are doing good. Hey, Queen Alberti. Queen of Alberti. Oh, it's one of my other fans from Boston. God, I'm getting a lot of people in here. A lot more people than I expected that I would at this time of the day. Also going live for the first time at 6. Want to be there. I'll try to be there. If I get the chance, I'll definitely be there. But nope, I was talking about this stuff where they're trying to blame Jimmy Dore for the attack on Nancy Pelosi and blah blah fucking blah. You know, it's just the whole thing is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it is early for me. There's a lot of people in here for an afternoon stream, which is pretty cool. Figured I'd just do this. I just figured I'd just do this now. Besides, I wanted to get it off my chest anyway. And it's too long of a discussion to make a video over. I mean, I make videos when I talk about different topics and whatnot, but the ones, you know, with like different topics and whatnot. Hey, yo, Nicholas, what's up, brother? Oh my god, dude, fucking Kyle Kalinske, holy shit, that dude is so fucking stupid. Dude is so fucking stupid. He has no idea. Well, by the way, I just want to say, Kyle Kalinske, Crystal and Kyle were also fucking shitting on Larry Hogan as well, which pissed me off. As someone who's a big fan of Larry Hogan. Larry Hogan. The dude was literally fucking shitting on him when he's like, let's not call people socialist, but let's not call people fascist either. Because basically Larry Hogan, a moderate Republican governor of Maryland, is, you know, trying to bring people together, and the dude actually gives a shit about other people, but I guess to Crystal and Kyle, but I guess to him, that's unacceptable. Like, that's literally what they tried to fucking do. That's literally what they tried to do. Oh, because they probably triggered that one of their Justice Democrats, a fucking Ben Jealous didn't win because Ben Jealous got his ass handed to him in the 2018 governor's debate with Larry Hogan. Larry Hogan kicked his ass. That's why he wiped the floor with them and won re-election in a landslide in Maryland. Just like why Charlie Baker here in Massachusetts also won as well. Against Jay Gonzalez, because Jay Gonzalez was one of those fucking squad members or whatever. Not squad, but like one of those, you know, fucking Justice Democrats and whatnot. I don't even stand with those people. I'm just strictly third party, and, you know, if there's, you know, generally speaking, I mean, I hate to say it, guys. I mean, I don't like I obviously fucking hate the Republicans. I hate the Democrats, too. But moderate Republicans like Charlie Baker and Larry Hogan and Chris Sununu, they're good for the economy. I mean, they're good on economics, you know. They have provided such great economic growth. Maryland had one of the best economic turnarounds in America under Larry Hogan. Okay, in this state, Baker's done the same thing. Our economy's been fucking booming like crazy under him. Like, things have been really good. But no, of course, we're going to get fucking Maura Healey, fucking corporate, Democrat corporate garbage, unfortunately. Jeff Dale would have been my option to vote for, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings on him. I was just watching one of Gage's old videos. Oh, that's cool. No, dude, like, I don't know. See, this is what I mean. Because Kyle and Crystal are just so fucking in their own goddamn bubble, and they're such one-trick ponies that they can't even seem to listen to when Larry Hogan's like, hey, the Democrats are going to lose elections if they keep up this calling everyone fascists and socialists and blah, blah, blah. They're going to lose. It's stupid to say that, oh, the left is communist or whatever. And then you got the other side, that's just like, oh, yeah, these ones are like fascists, but then these other ones are socialists. That's what Larry Hogan was calling out. But then, no, Crystal and Kyle just couldn't take it. They're just like, oh, he's calling us. He's saying that they shouldn't call them fascists, even though they are fascists. See what I mean? Like, see, these fucking progressives are such one-trick ponies that they can't even see the other side. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you can thank Chunk Yogurt for that. Yeah, I certainly can, too. You would have thought that if Kyle just left the Young Turks after that old Jimmy Dore thing, you would have thought he would have gotten better. No, he got worse. Thank you. Yeah, I'm at 600 subs, 603. Are you ready for Thanksgiving? I sure am. Luckily, I don't have to work, thank God. I'm so happy the Brazilian Hitler's out of power. Dude, I'm so glad, too. But if only the U.S. would get a leader like Lula da Silva. If only, right? If only. I wish. If only we could get a good leader like that. Lula's definitely a hell of a lot better than anybody in the squad. But yeah, kudos to the people of Brazil for getting rid of that fucking idiot. That fucking scumbag piece of shit that Jair Bolsonaro was. A fucking CIA-backed puppet and a right-wing fascist. A homophobe, a borderline racist, sort of a racist, very racially insensitive and massively homophobic, probably one of the most homophobic politicians on earth, against women and indigenous people. Dude is just a fucking piece of shit all around. He's a scumbag. He's a fucking scumbag. Brazilians voted him the fuck out, and for good reason. Because Bolsonaro was destroying their country. And another 4 years of them would have just fucking tilted them over the abyss. So good, I don't have to make any more fucking Jair Bolsonaro videos. Good fucking riddance. But the good thing is, he's gone. But the bad thing is I don't think he's going to go quietly, just like Trump didn't go quietly. Because they're all cut from the same fucking fascist right-wing cloth. Okay? To be fair, though, Trump's a fucking piece of shit. He's a narcissist and he's a shitbag all around, okay? But here's the thing, though. Bitching and moaning about the other side saying this, which is what Larry Hogan was trying to say, okay? Bitching and moaning like this and keeping it up. That's what he was against. But no, Crystal and Kyle can't have it because they're such one-trick ponies. They're no different than the neocons at this point, guys. They're no different. Chunk Yogurt, yeah, he's silent on Brazil. Dude, he's silent on everything. He's silent on everything. You know why? Because he's got Jimmy Dore in the gray zone rent-free in his fucking head that he can't even see straight. That's the reason why. God fucking damn it. So pathetic. Words like socialist, Marxist, or fascist, in other words, saying, asshole, I disagree with. Yeah, exactly. That's what Larry Hogan was trying to say. Okay, enough is enough. We need to stop this. But no, Crystal and Kyle didn't like it. Oh my God, they're so fucking stupid. All right, I gotta go to the bathroom. Steven, show it up. Steven, show it. Steven, show it up. Go in the chat and everything. Please. Go in the chat and check and see who's like in there. Yeah, just in case like Ryan or something. His name's on it. Maybe what happens. They go over Yeah, sorry about that. I had a dump rocket. I had to let loose. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Back to watching Hell's Kitchen once he comes back. Apparently, I was tasked to look at the chat. Yeah, you sure were, babe. Steven showed up. Thanks for the Steven show. Steven show, 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 show. Steven show, Steven show, Steven show. Steven show. Steven showed up. Steven showed up. Steven show. Jimmy Dore delivered me a meatball pizza while rocking a mustache. It's out of a 70s porn movie. Yeah, chunk yogurt's mine 24/7. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Thanks, homies. Yeah, he was asked to look at the chat. He's always supposed to do that. You know, this is a Zachary Stevens show crossover production. Strumming on the guitars. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm going crazy. Anyway. Look, fat. Look, here's the deal. Yeah, but could you imagine if Trump said that? Imagine if Trump called somebody fat. Oh, yeah, I mean, he has, but it's okay as long as... If Biden does it, it's okay. Biden gets a pass, you know. Biden gets a pass. So, anyway. All right, I'm done with my annihilation here, I think. I'm going to cool down, because I'm going to my buddy's house in like an hour and a half, so I'm going to cool down a bit. Cool down a bit because I want to play some games for like a half hour, 45 minutes or so. I'll probably stream to like, maybe like 3:15-ish, 3:20. All right, I'm gonna copy and paste all the links. But yeah, the stream has been awesome. I just love the Boggle and Upwards music. I just love that music. While Bros the film while Zach screams about Kyle. Yep, leave it to us. We're classic ranters up in here. Two ranters found each other in the ranting community. That's literally how it happened, guys. That's literally how Steve and I became a thing. We literally became a thing all through Damien. And here we are. Over 3 years later. The fuck was that? It sounded like a fucking elephant stampeding across the floor. I don't know what the fuck that was. That's weird. Alright, I'm gonna see about load up some games here. I also think it was good to do this stream now because I'm sure when I get home from my buddy's house, I'm just gonna wanna have some Zachary time. Because I definitely value my me time. By the way, Steven's birthday is in 2 days. I bought him 2 very special birthday presents. All right, let's play some Luxor up in here. Play that for a little bit. Phone seems to be holding up. I definitely will. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. It's Thursday afternoon stream, and we've got lots to discuss. I'm probably also gonna annoy the shit out of my friend. His name's Tom. I'm gonna probably, I'm gonna probably say to Tom, hey, let's go for a walk, bro, because it's actually beautiful outside. Thursday PM streams. You know, they always gotta like make it to where like, ooh. Of course, gotta wait for the ads, which I hate. Jesus, I'm already up to stage 9. Holy shit, bro. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, and the levels are probably gonna be hard as fucking shit, so. What's a Zachary stream without fucking torturing myself over it? No stream of mine, that's for sure. Come on, give me some fucking health, you fucker. Gotta take a sip of water. Just got off of work, that's cool. Oh, look at that. They've got ads with people wearing fucking masks. The great balls, am I right? It's not my connection. The connection in here is actually pretty good. It's always doing that. Yeah, guys, I just don't know. Well, it lets me come back every single time, so. It's like, it don't matter, guys. It don't matter. Even if it ends abruptly or if I have the stuff, alright, I'm always gonna come back. Just like I'm doing right now. Phone keeps fucking dying halfway into the stream because my dumbass decided to start streaming while my phone was at like 60-something%, and then of course, doing it through here just completely drains the battery, so, you got that bullshit. And then, of course, you got YouTube on top of it, so. It's been doing it all day. There's nothing I can really do about it. We're just going to have to work with what we have, and that's pretty much the end of it. I'm always going to come back, if there's some shit happens, I'm always going to come back. I don't know, just some days, just YouTube and my phone are just not good some days. And this is one of them. But I'm here, I'm always coming back, I'm not going anywhere. But whatever. I'm back. We'll just move on with the stream. It's not a big deal, guys. We'll get it done. The one good thing about YouTube is at least it lets me come back. At least it lets me come back, even if it lets me resume the stream even after it like fucks up or whatever, which is a good thing. Yeah, but I have to head out around 3:30 anyway, so I'll just stream for the... I'll just do this for the rest of the stream. Good, I finally got some fucking health up in here. Some of these levels I don't even remember doing, but then when I go back and I play them, I do remember them. Back, I let your stream got disconnected. No, it's just YouTube and my phone being a cunt. Like always. But I'm always gonna come back, guys. It's not a big deal. You know, like what's a Zach stream without fucking technical problems, you know? Happens to Rob's stream all the time too. Okay, it happens to everybody. You know, I'm no exception. Happens to Jimmy Dore too. Think I'm special? Think I'm some exception? Hails to the no. Dude, it's just YouTube is a fucking cunt sometimes. Give me some fucking health. Hey, just asking, does Steve ever stream? He doesn't stream that much. I told him that he should stream because streaming's a good way to get more subs and more views, actually. And of course, I'm not taking my anger out on any of you guys, of course. I would never do that. Yeah, Steven Show should do a stream. That'd be interesting. But yeah, I'm always going to come back. Even if there's a fucking technical issue or if my phone dies or something, I'm always going to come back. The one good thing about YouTube is at least if you're streaming through your phone and it dies, or if it gets interrupted somehow, it lets you resume back, which is a good thing. So, YouTube does have its advantages. Sure, it's got plenty of disadvantages. It can definitely be a cunt sometimes. Issues, but it's not my connection, guys. It's not my connection, because my connection is pretty good. I mean, it fluctuates from time to time because, you know, being on the third floor, and I also live in a brick building.